Elliott now to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. At the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Dad, what I need? Mike 58, right there. Guys, it's game situation. Let's go.
Now the first carry here for Phillip Lindsay. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Call it a full. Three yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Regular. 58.
On 2nd down, a run with Lindsay. And a lot of talent on this Eagle defense, and you've seen it on these last 2 plays, both losses. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
Dad, wait. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Let's go. Gun. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Here we go. Red. Here we go.
Now it's Flacco. He's got a man. It's Sutton. That's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Cortland Sutton, 81 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. And he's got it. 7-0 Broncos. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. And the Broncos get there and take him down. Credit the sack to Von Miller. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Wentz going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Their boy down a touchdown already, but they're going to line up to go for it on their side of the field. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. Just a yard there, so it brings up a tough 3rd and 12.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a 1st down. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. A 13-yard touchdown. These guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had to wait a long time to get the football back. Probably not what you were hoping for when you got an offense that's humming.
Agreed. What you were looking for is the defense get the ball back pretty quickly, right? Hoping for a 3 and out. So that didn't happen. You can't yell at your D for that. They've got to take care of their own business and reestablish themselves now that they're back on the field.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the 1st quarter of play.
7-7.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get off the field. Let's get off the field.
On second down now, it's Lindsay. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave them with a third and about 5.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you've got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean, or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Here we go. Gun.
Third down, Flacco from the gun. Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Here we go.
At their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. Doesn't matter where you start with the football now, they have to feel great about their opportunity.
Second and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, second and 10. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Finally taken down at the 32-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get him. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for him. Show him that you're supposed to get the football.
He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Von Miller able to get in there for his second sack of the afternoon. To try again after the sack. Wentz. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back. Complete. Darren Sproles. 30. 20. 10. A big play there on the catch and run. 76 yards. Excellent execution, and now they're set up nicely.
Are they ever? Red zone? I wonder what the next play call is going to be, because after a big play like that, a lot of teams like to use the momentum to launch another one.
And he's in for an Eagles touchdown. Jordan Howard. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Eagles have taken the lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point, because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula that got them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. To pass, Flacco. He's going to look deep down the field. And got his man complete. Past the 20. 10. And all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, an 80-yard touchdown, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. McManus's point after is good. And we've got a tie game here, a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. That's fielded in the end zone.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. There was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
No. Here.
And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And how about the call here? They need 2 yards in their own territory on 4th down, and they're going to go for it. And he will not even make it back to the line of scrimmage. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Broncos are going to get the football back in great field position.
Stay with your man. Gun. I got motion man. Me. I got this. 58, boy. 51. Monday. Man, I got you. SOS. 58's the mic. 58's the mic. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, it's Lindsey. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Nigel Bradden brings him down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Eagles' 22-yard line.
Go red. Go 58's the mic. Let's put him on the front.
On 2nd down, it's Lindsey. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 yards there, 1st down. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half. On is the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. The kick by McManus is good. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Deshaun Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. A big play there for Philly. So the big play has them all the way down to the 30 now for 1st and 10. A little bit of space there for the first down run as that's going to get him about 5 yards. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
Well, Charles, if you think so far in the early part of the preseason, who has stood out? If you take a peek back at the draft, the first round, it was pretty defensively minded, but there were 3 quarterbacks taken. Kyler Murray first, Daniel Jones 6th, Dwayne Haskins 15th. Of those guys, they've looked pretty good.
I agree with you, Brandon. When you talk about those 3 quarterbacks, and you're right, the rest of the draft, we're talking about big linemen, right? We're talking about defensive players, not a lot of skilled players in the first round. But let's take the quarterbacks very quickly. Kyler Murray, by acclamation, went to Arizona. Everyone excited about it. And I think his team remains excited about his prospects. They're eager to see him play. He became the starter as soon as he was drafted. Daniel Jones, that was a different situation in New York. The fans weren't real excited about him coming in. But the reason they drafted him has a similar demeanor and talent to Eli Manning. And he's acquitting himself quite nicely in the early going. And Dwayne Haskins a little more up and down in Washington. But they love the big arm of this guy. And he's back at home. Remember, he grew up in Potomac, Maryland.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
I'm going to run you over.
A first carry now for Kofrani Muhammad. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Defensively, though, they had a chance there to hit him for a loss. Couldn't get it done.
Looked like someone was able to knife into the backfield, but he wasn't able to get him down. But his compatriots, they were able to grab him at the line of scrimmage and not let him get any further downfield.
And he'll be stopped at the 27-yard line, well short of the first down marker. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
A 2-yard gain. It's 4th down.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And McManus able to put it. They stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and
Deshaun Jackson off to the races. He's at the 30. The 20, 10, touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, 79 yards. As his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the 4th. And that touchdown drive happened very, very quickly. You knew that they had the quick strike ability. They showed it.
And for a defense that understands that, it still drives them crazy when it actually happens to them. Fast and furious, there came the points.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. On 3rd down, here's Lindsey. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a fourth down. They're going to look to throw on fourth with Flacco. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Zach Brown. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line.
Okay, it was fourth down, but you still had time here in the fourth quarter. Instead, they make the decision to go for it in their own side of the field, and this ball winds up getting intercepted.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. And this Bronco defense really selling out to stop the run, and it pays off. They get him behind the line twice in a row. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Now this time Wentz will throw. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. Bradley Chubb doing what he does best, getting that sack. Here's Cameron Johnston now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock in a tight 1-point game. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll start on the ground with Lindsey. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down. Now after the loss, they come up 2nd and 11 from the 19-yard line. Another run by Lindsey. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it's starting to sound like 100,000 in here. They're going to try it. Here's Flacco. And that is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Eagles are going to take over in great field position.
Crunch time, defense.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. And some room to work. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Well, that play looks familiar because we saw them working on it in practice this week. And for a lineman trying to block on this play, they love when they get the defense moving in one direction. And when they try and change directions, it's a lot easier to pick them up and ward them off.
It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. That gets them 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop him with 13 seconds left to play. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the the final seconds. That one should just about put a capper on this game.
But now's when the fun begins, partner, because if you go ahead and kick the extra point, it's still a one-possession game. Go for two, you might put it out of reach.
Yeah, a little decision to be made. Elliott good on the extra point, and that will shave one more off this lead. Fielded about a yard deep. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time out, went for it on fourth down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on fourth down
caused all of that.
It caused every... It's in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Play, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everyone, as we say so long from Denver. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we are in Silicon Valley at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago, this crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. It's a rematch of Super Bowl 47, -1 Harbaugh. The Ravens and 49ers are underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Let's go. Mike's 56. Hey, let's get this,
He'll have a first down past the 40. A big seam, and he might go all the way. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here we go, here we go.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here first and 10 at their own 26. Now the Georgia Southern man, this is Jerick McKinnon. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4. Now 3rd down. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. Tyler Ervin back deep. And taken at the 46.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Here we go. Pittsburgh. Check 56. Hey, tight.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain there as he kept it himself at second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10.
56
At the Niners' 48-yard line.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. They lost 4 there, and it's third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
Check.
This time, Jackson will throw it. Dancing to his left. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And he gets this only to the 44-yard line. Not near enough to keep the drive alive. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now fourth down. And Jackson cannot get away, and he'll go down. Credit the sack to the Oregon Duck, DeForest Buckner. So they'll trudge off the field with a bitter taste in their mouths after that failed fourth down conversion.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of analysis there on the sidelines. Was it the right call? Was it against the right defense? Should they have even gone for it at all? Will that change what they do going forward in this game? A lot of questions to be answered by them. The defense doesn't really care. They're like, bring it on again. We'll stop you the next time, too.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
I got you. You tighten up. Yeah, check. Hey, Mike. Hey.
Garoppolo to try again on second down.
Check.
He's got a first down and then some inside the 40. And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
There's Garoppolo to throw. Complete to the tight end, Kittle, over the middle of the field. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last 2 plays.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
On first down now, run with McKinnon. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Throwing is Garoppolo on third down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to the goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And on that last drive, Whitford on 4th turned it over.
A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right. He'll have a first down past the 40. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
That's something you have to be aware of as a defense and have to find a way to account for him. And if you're not going to use a spy, you're telling your guys to keep your eyes on him, because when he breaks out and makes plays like that, all he does is hurt you.
Have to at least be able to contain him somewhat. There they could not. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. 33 yards that time.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal.
Ravens 7, 49ers 3.
They'll run here with Ingram. A good run of 6 yards there. Gets him closer to the goal line with second down coming up.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive. And like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Jackson will keep it, and he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson with his second touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And this one's right through to make it a 14-3 ball game.
Ravens 14, 49ers 3. Justin Tucker set to kick off.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. Throwing now is Garoppolo. That's Samuel, caught left side. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Hey, dude.
Garoppolo now. He's going to air one out. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way down to the 22-yard line. A big play there for the Niners. And a very appropriate gain as well, 49 yards. There's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Steps away to his left. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
I got you.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo letting one go deep for the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. The intended receiver, Marquise Goodwin. Third down here.
Here we go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. To throw is Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Partner, they weren't quite in the red zone, but things are starting to get condensed on the field. Throwing the corner route there. Really nice play because it gives them a little bit of room to complete it.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. A 5-yard touchdown catch as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, the lost sleep that the defensive coordinator had all week preparing for this game, a good portion of it was trying to prepare for him because he's absolutely a phenomenal player.
And a lot of times around the goal line, they know it's going to him. It's just so hard to stop.
And that's where it really becomes difficult because you're exactly right. They know it's going to him, yet they still can't stop it. That tells you when you're a dominant player.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D.
And it's a short kick, taken right around the 19. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10.
The offense now at back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7. Out of the gun, they give to Ingram. And he's going to be taken down at the 39, clearly short of the first by a few yards. 4 yards on the pickup there, but it's going to take him to 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Jackson being chased out left. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on 1st down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. The Ravens on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Throwing is Jackson, forced out to his left. He may try and run for this. He'll wind up being stopped for no gain, and it'll lead to a 4th down. Here's Jackson.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Draw play, Ingram now. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 49ers' 28-yard line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And now a timeout defensively after that 1st down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1.
And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. The Ravens on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 9. So we've hit it. And okay, so much for our halftime break. Apparently we're going to get right back to it. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
He finds McKinnon complete. A big third down pickup of 20 yards.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Here we go. 180! Watch the screen, man!
Garoppolo on first down. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. And an alley to run. And he's going to get this inside the 30. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore first down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. Running right, this is Ingram. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Right there, 56. Pick it up. Kill.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson escaping the pressure right. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown as the Ravens push further out in front.
And that's another route that defenders would vote to take out of the game.
The wheel route?
Oh, without a doubt. You're just trying to move everybody in one direction. And whether it's a running back or another receiver, as they zip out on the sideline, you've got a problem on your hands.
Yeah, well, the defenders hate it there. It happened, and it resulted in a touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They'll look to make some inroads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Deep ball for Goodwin. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off by Patrick on Wassor.
So that's back-to-back drives where they're throwing an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 13. Now this time he'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jackson. Flushed out right. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quan Alexander. And a terrific return as he takes this thing all the way down near the 20-yard line.
Well, I get what he was trying to do. He was moving to his right and trying to shift the coverage, but instead he shifted the coverage also to the right and threw right into it for an interception.
Mike, here we go. Get ready, get ready, get ready.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and that'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd down, McKinnon. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another 1st down with that run.
That is caught by the tight end, Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game as his guys are back within a single score. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. And this won't be enough to pick up the 1st. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
If they're going to get a 1st down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Could be some contact going on.
They run. It's Mark Ingram. And he's going to have the 1st down at about the 38. Hasn't had his best game running the football here tonight, but, hey, that's a critical spot right there to convert on 3rd down, and he did it.
And the lights are shining just a little bit brighter right now, aren't they? You remember the beginning of the game? If he gets this 1st down, everybody's happy. That's cool. But here, that was critical, and it really energizes them.
This pass complete. Jackson finding Andrews. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jackson buying time to his left. And he slides to avoid the hit. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 47. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down, possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Eluding the pressure right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. DeForest Buckner able to drop him that time for his 2nd. Here's Sam Cook now as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. And that'll hit at the 5 and go into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
Patrick Onwuasor up to make the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Off the play fake to McKinnon, it's Garoppolo. Down. The Ravens able to get to him. Chris Wormley. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going.
I got you. Check 48, the mic. They get
He's back to throw. And he hits his man, Matthews. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. So line of scrimmage still the 39 on 2nd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. He's got it at the 15. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover it. That type of indecision can open up to even more big play.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith.
Well, I don't think we'll have to look very hard to find our play of the game. That was an absolutely monstrous big play right there. Backs to the wall. The offense says, not on my watch. And that is one happy bunch on the sidelines.
Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. The Ravens on 3rd down. Not quite 50%, 4 for 9. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Check 6 guys. Deuce. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
And that That one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third. The offense is going to stay out there. They've converted twice, failed once so far on fourth down. Let's see what's in store here.
Watch safety. Safety screen. Go. Watch screen. Shoot. Ready. 25. Bang.
Space to maneuver at the 40. And now the rookie's free. And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, on top.
One more extra point attempt for good measure. It's up and it's good as they tack on one more to what's going to be a very satisfying victory. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger. And dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. With that, we say good night from Silicon Valley.